we were so specialized that the regulators had to learn what our industry is about. And we're thankful because in the past, you used to chase the regulator into making decisions. And now the regulators would chase us up and say, look, guys, we
Right.
want to do this, this, and that. Can you help us see what impact it is on your business, how it's going to enable your
Right.
businesses, how it's going to impact that business and contribute to the vast image, to the macro economy at large, and how do we move on forward with achieving collectively Vision 2030.
If you're starting or growing your business in these volatile times in coffee and you need a little extra support, our scope of business advisory services may be just what you need. Join one of our hugely successful mastermind groups for support in a group setting, or send us an email to discuss our one-on-one consulting and business advisory services, where we'll work with you one-on-one to solve specific problems in your coffee business. All our services come with a 100% money-back guarantee, so send us an email at support@mapperforward.org and let us know how we can help you today. Welcome to the Mapper Forward Middle East podcast, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and this is episode 2 of a 5-part series with Osamah Alawwam from The Roasting House, based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We are talking about the challenges of running a business in the Middle East. And in this second episode of the series, we're going to talk about how Osamah built Roasting House to be the business that it is today. So, Osamah, to help people understand why we're talking about this, can you help explain to people what the business of Roasting House is?
Okay, sure. So the Roasting House started with a very small shop, but a very big dream. And that big dream is to elevate coffee standards, spread specialty coffee. Even before choosing the name Roasting House, myself and my business partners, we put a vision and mission, and that is to spread specialty coffee culture in an environment where it feels safe to ask questions. And I think safe, sometimes people feel embarrassed asking, how do I make this? How do I brew coffee? How do I brew better coffee? And I say safe, there's no stupid question when it comes to coffee. And there's no coffee police that will say, no, it's not right. Coffee is right as long as you're enjoying it. So I wanted to create this space where people can come, ask questions, enjoy, and feel happy about their coffee experience. So when I first opened the doors, it was not trying to sell coffee, but to try to create sales soldiers behind this new business. Everybody that came into the store, I explained, myself and my business partner, who were at the time wearing our dishtasha thobe, essentially, telling them what coffee is about, where this coffee comes from, the story, and waiting for that moment when they first try the coffee. Because a lot of the people that we were serving coffee to were accustomed to drinking brewed coffee or black coffee, but from commercial shops or from coffee experiences that they have come across traveling, or they themselves tried coffee that is different, essentially, from a friend who was traveling abroad, or they ordered online. So it was about providing better coffee for people who sought it. And it was about creating those sales soldiers to go out of our store and sell the idea to their friends and family as well. And so we brewed coffee for almost everybody who came in. And within I would say days, or probably weeks, or probably days, we had lines outside our very small shop.
Wow.
Because word of mouth spread so easily, and people were really thirsty for better quality coffee. People were not getting it at the time. We're not getting better quality coffee. They get the idea that they need better quality coffee, but it was not widely present. And I'm humbled to start at the same time as our fellow coffee roasters started. Sulala, Wa'il al-Wahibi, Camel Step, with Abdul Kareem and Abdul Latif and Muhammad. Elixir al-Bun maybe came afterwards, but us and Sulalat and Camel Step really started at the same time with a shared vision. And that vision is to take the coffee standards from where it was and create it at a higher level. And I came to meet Wa'il al-Luhaybi in a coffee training session in Dubai, where we met also some of the UAE startups for specialty coffee at the time, who also shared the vision, and we I would say it was the fire that started the roasting machine essentially at the time. Wa'il and I would meet weekly or bi-weekly, or would talk daily about, let's get green coffee from this, let's get green coffee from that store. Come on,
Nice.
wow, exciting. Look, did you meet this guy? He has the same issue that we have. We're talking on Twitter, X, to someone in a remote village outside
You,
Riyadh, and they had the same issues that we had, which is roasting and brewing, and it was all geeky stuff,
wow.
talking about and exchanging ideas, and talking about espresso shots and latte art and
The Arabic coffee geek.
it was the Arabic coffee,
Right.
but it was on WhatsApp and it was on Twitter.
Right.
It was segregated essentially, and we would meet
Yeah.
at Clive's house, who, bless his heart, opened up his house for us to come and
Mashallah.
bring our roasters, air popcorn roasters. Or I remember I had a roaster called Nesco, which I got from the States, and it was a cylindrical roaster, and Wael had manufactured his own air roasting machine.
I heard about this. Is this the vacuum cleaner?
It was manufactured out of a vacuum cleaner. So he took a vacuum cleaner and just turned it into an air roaster, which I think he still has. And he made
Wow.
the loveliest coffee ever out of this roasting machine. And we would gather, and everybody would bring their green beans, and we would co-order online, and we would roast and
Wow.
taste and do cold brews. And it was and still is a community that has the best interest for coffee at heart here in the region.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And I'm blessed, alhamdulillah, to say that we started this, and it was not something that is imported. We started it because we spoke the coffee lingo, but also spoke the Arabic coffee lingo as well, and Arabic language, and understood what the market wanted. And maybe sometimes the market didn't know what it wanted, but we helped direct that market to reach where it is at today, which is better coffee standards and enablement for sure. I say enablement because KSA Vision 2030 is all about enablement, is all about catching with the wave, and enabling both male and female to go into industries professionally. It's about opportunities. It's about dreaming. And when you dream, it's not at all impossible to achieve your dreams, because this is the land of dreams right now that we are living in.
Yeah. It's people need to also remember that this was happening at a time where the culture around you was experiencing immeasurable shifting.
Sure.
Everything was shifting. And what I find really fascinating about that is that as Saudi was opening up at the time, you guys were pioneering, well, how do we build these businesses, but also how do we find that balance between bringing what's going on outside of here into harmony with Saudi coffee?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is a very delicate dance to do, no?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when you have regulators trying to also regulate an industry
Exactly.
that existed in the past, but under completely different terms.
Yeah.
When you go to traditional roasters, you see them selling spices, sweets, nuts, everything else. Soap, maybe traditionally made soap, everything else. But we were honey as well. But we were so specialized that the regulators had to learn what our industry is about, and we're thankful because in the past you used to chase the regulator into making decisions, and now regulators would chase us up and say, "Look, guys, we
Right.
want to do this, and that. Can you help us see what impact it is on your business, how it's going to enable your
Right.
businesses, how it's going to impact that business, and contribute to the vast image, to the macro economy at large, and how do we move on forward with achieving collectively Vision 2030." And this is why we're blessed to create things like the Qahwa Association of Saudi Arabia, the National Committee for coffee and roasters in Saudi Arabia, where we also get to talk and learn what the challenges the industry is facing, and then liaise with the decision makers to further enable this industry to grow. And when I say enabling it to grow, I mean professional training, I mean employment, I mean employee rights and opportunities, I mean licensing, I mean FDA, Food and Drug Authority regulation, the storage, warehousing, logistics, I mean logistics with transport, I mean customs and regulations. So this entire ecosystem contributes. The F&B industry in Saudi Arabia contributes to the national economy through point of sale transactions with values exceeding 2 billion Saudi riyals per week.
MashaAllah.
2 billion.
Wow.
Around 500 million USD per week is spent on food and beverage in Saudi Arabia on point of sale alone. So this doesn't include cash as well. So this is an industry that is contributing to the national economy of Saudi Arabia.
40 million people, 40 million Saudis in Saudi Arabia, right? Plus tourism.
More than 65% of this 40 million is between the ages of 18 to 34. So
wow.
At a very young economy.
So it's a young economy.
It is a young economy, yes. It's a young economy.
Which is very juxtaposed to what's happening in most developed countries around the world, which have aging economies, which adds to why Saudi is so exciting at the moment, right?
Absolutely.
So tell me, when you guys are doing what you're doing as you're establishing this industry, how much of a role does your previous life have on helping you figure this out?
Previous life as an employee?
Business development and all of that. Like I imagine, because typically what happens, right? Somebody's a coffee roaster for somebody else and they say, I can do this better than the person I'm working for. I'm just going to go and open a business.
Yes.
That's not what you did.
No.
What you had was that you had business experience, you had business development experience, you had law experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are listening to this thinking, I want to be at Osamah Alawwam.
Or better. Or better than Osamah Alawwam, inshallah, ya Rabbi.
Allah khalik. So what I want to help people understand is the role that your education and your previous experience played in you understanding the need for market research. It sounds like there was a lot of that. The understanding for creating relationships and things like that. Would you mind speaking to that a little bit?
Of course. So in my studies, I chose specific modules at university which were targeted at helping me understand how to open a business that was called Aussie's Cafe. Aussie was a nickname that I grew up with in the UK since...
You had the nickname Aussie?
Yes.
Oh, as an Aussie myself.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. We'll take that. You could be an honorary other kind of Aussie.
But it was O-double-S-Y, so not O-double-Z.
Malish. We'll close one eye and we'll just pretend it's the same
so
thing.
So no IP infringement on Aussies. And Aussie would be short for Osamah. And I wanted to open a cafe because I was roasting coffee at the time, and it was something that I wanted to. It was something fun, and I wanted to do something at university that I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy crunching numbers. I didn't enjoy a lot of the things that that were outside the scope of my passion. My passion is relationships. It's business. It's maybe regulations, law, understanding how things operate, understanding how regulations sort of govern relationships. But it was not necessarily about financing or Excel sheets and big data analytics, but I had to learn those. And in order for me to understand how to learn those, I chose something that I loved, which is coffee. And I said, okay, let me do a business, fictional business, and that fictional business,
like a thesis,
I
guess.
And that fictional business is Aussie's Cafe. Let me learn how I can open this cafe. And operated well. So I bought books online about coffee, the things I learned as a Starbucks barista, how I set up a cafe like Coffee Republic. I remember there's a story by uh, a brother and a sister in the UK who opened a chain of business called Coffee Republic. Sahar, I think her name was Sahar, and Bob and Sahar, Bobby and Sahar, or Bob and Sahar from Coffee Republic. They had really nice story.
Yeah, great.
And their story was that they didn't like the sandwiches they got from cafes, and they bought tickets from like train tickets from zones 1 to 6, which run through the entire east to west of London, and they stopped at every station and tried the
Oh,
sandwiches
wow.
shops. And they wanted to create a coffee shop where people get good coffee but good sandwiches at the same time.
Mhm.
And that's how they started Coffee Republic, which was a successful chain at the time. So I started reading books, and then I realized, okay, yeah, I can do something fun about like this. And I chose models that are how to do venture financing, how to do business plans, and in those, I also looked. I remember vividly the financing matrix that I had, which was a table where I would put options for financing friends and family, venture capitals, angel investors, banks, etc.
Wow.
And I remember that the end score would be with friends and family who understood what I wanted to do, but also contributed to the business with their brains, essentially. So my business partner now is someone who's a CFA, who's someone with the really long expertise in finance and management of businesses from a financial perspective. And my other business partner is a pharmacist, so he knows what the Food and Drug Authority regulations are, the better way to store food.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so this is how I chose my business.
Folks, take note.
Yeah,
Take note of what you just heard.
so I took the skill set that I learned at university, how to finance, and I remember one of my theses in one of the modules, and how I got an A star in this was to run this financing model and then do a test in the class where I separated the class into two groups, and I had two types of coffee. Only me knew what these two types of coffee are. One was a fresh roast with aromas of chocolate and nuts and berries and really nice fresh roast, freshly ground as well. And the other one was stale coffee that I had from 3 or 4 months or even more, coffee that I blended together, ground, and let it be like sort of astringent and old and really bad smelling. And I gave these two bags to the different types, different groups, and each one I told them that this is a coffee with aromas of chocolate and berries and nuts, and everybody agreed. The two groups agreed that this smelled really good. And I wanted to show the class at the end. I made them switch the coffee bags, and they again agreed that these two coffee options are really great. They smell fantastic. We smell the same coffees. This was in 2007, maybe 2008.
Wow.
And at the end, I told them the truth. Look, guys, what I gave you were two different coffee options, but I directed your thinking into believing that these coffee options are great by showing you a brand, which was Aussie's Cafe, by showing you a matrix that was sophisticated in some way, and by showing you a nice packaged coffee with nice details and driving your thinking to believe that this is good coffee. And this is the power that you can create from a business, and how you should wisely use this power in an ethical manner, where you create a story, you create a business, and you create something that you believe in and that you enjoy yourself, that you can share with the rest of the world. And this is how it got started.
Do those things that you experience in that degree, like examples like that, do they inform your thinking now as an owner?
Yes, of course, of course. So when I went after I started working for the central bank, they working for somebody else in a corporate manner taught me a lot of the things that I needed to know about the corporate world, which is organization structure, time management, deadlines, and
Separation of duties.
separation of duties, and of course, how employees live their lives.
Wow, that's actually a great one. That's
Yeah.
a great one.
Because the employees are, and I'm still an employee. I'm employed by a hosting house, despite that I own the business. But I'm here 9 to 5, or
Yeah.
I'm here most of my time. So I'm still an employee, but I'm not the same as people that I see outside my window now, who are in offices 9 to 5. If they're late from this, how can I make their lives better by brewing better coffee
Right.
at a faster time, keeping it warm, not in mugs that don't change and impact the flavor, continuously changing, not taking a lot of space. All of the things that I want to direct at people who live a life different than mine, and we continue to learn. I definitely continue to learn from this, um, um, with everything that I face every day.
I love it. We've talked about, folks, all the really great things that have built Roasting House. Now we're going to move towards, in the next episode, a more regional perspective on this discussion. And we're going to talk about the challenges of building businesses in the Middle East and the Middle East ecosystem. So join us for the next episode. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day. This episode is part of a 5-part series produced by Mapper Forward. Check the full playlist and guest details in the show notes, as well as how you can support our work in the coffee industry. Become a premium YouTube subscriber, explore our Patreon and any brands we've partnered with to bring you this podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us grow our audience.